on my lane, you all on my lane. You ain't overlooked, so get out the way. I gave you the book, I gave you the game. The boy gotta cook, the boy got a flame, Serving in the kitchen like you Nino. Plenty pitching, whipping different flavors like a bistro. Kicking, dipping, flipping, keep it hunting like a C note. Switching, keep it pimping every single place that he go. I got it. Lathan got the flame, Lathan got the flame. Boy, you know the name, get up out the way. Lathan got the flame, Lathan got the flame. Stay up out the kitchen if you ain't the one that's whipping, huh? Hey, yo, Lathan, man, cook them boys up something real quick, man.
What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Now today we got the most southern style shrimp and grits that you'll ever have. You see I got the Geechee Boy grits, so we're going to kind of give you some Charleston style shrimp and grits. Now first step you want to do is get a half a cup of those grits, and those are real grits. So you get a half a cup of real grits, and for a half a cup you need 2 cups of liquid. So the first step we're going to do is we're going to kind of soak these grits just to speed up the cooking process, so when we finally cook them. Also, the key about soaking grits, you'll see all the impurities rise to the top, and you skim them off, and that'll keep you or ensure that you won't have any crunchy grits. So all that stuff that float to the top, get rid of it, because it's no good. And that comes from them busting the kernel of corn up, and everything is just getting busted up. So what you do is add some liquid, the impurities arise, take them off, and then you're good. So we're gonna set that aside. Then we're gonna go ahead and get our liquid started after the grits soaked. So I soaked them about 2 hours, and then I added in a cup of half and half, and then a cup of water. Then this is my cheat code right here. Like I said, the roasted chicken base. So we're gonna add a little bit of that in there. You don't want to add too much, because you still want to taste these grits. And the thing about cooking real grits is the flavor is so rich, so you're gonna taste them. So then we're gonna add in a dollop of butter, and then a good pinch of salt. So you season every layer, but remember at the end, still taste, because you might need to season again. And so next up, we got some good country ham. You can use bacon, but country ham just seems to kind of give this dish a notch up. And also, when I was studying the Charleston shrimp and grits, this is the protein they use with the shrimp. They always use country ham. Some people use bacon, but majority of the time they use country ham. So get you some good country ham, and then go ahead and add that in there. And then we're going to get our shrimp together. Now these are some large shrimp. I want to say it's like 20 pieces per pound. So these are extra large shrimp. So we're going to go ahead and dredge them in a little all-purpose flour. And notice I did season them with a little salt beforehand. So I seasoned them with salt, then we're going to dredge them in flour. And this is going to get us that good crispy exterior on the shrimp when we sear it. And also it's going to help us make our gravy. Because if you know anything about Charleston or the Geechee Coast, when they cook them shrimp and grits, they always have that good succulent gravy to go with it. So this is our first step to our good gravy. So once our grits are ready, I had put them on the stove and cooked them. I cooked them maybe about an hour until they was ready. I cooked them on medium-low heat, and then I stirred in a little bit of cheddar cheese. Not much, but a little cheddar cheese, and then I went ahead and finished seasoning them all up the way with some salt. And you can add pepper if you want. You can add a little hot sauce. It's pretty much up to you, but that's how I like my grits right there. So those are ready. So we're going to push them to the back of the stove, keep them warm, and then we're going to go ahead and begin on our shrimp. So let's go ahead and go in with some, I went in with some canola oil. And then I'm going in with my ham. Now you can omit the oil, but adding in a little oil with the ham, because the ham is fatty, adding in a little oil with the ham kind of give you a jump start on getting that stuff really good and crispy. Now you want to get it really good and crispy, because you're going to let it braise a little bit with the shrimp at the end. So it'll ensure that you'll still have some texture when you get ready to eat these shrimp and grits. So I'm searing the ham off, and once I get it seared on both sides, I'm gonna go ahead and take it out of the pan, and the liquid that's remaining, I'm gonna go ahead and put my shrimp in, and that'll be the start of my seared shrimp versus thicken the edges with the roux. So that oil and that butter, well, that oil and that flour is gonna kind of act and make its own roux, and that's when I'm gonna add the stock to, and reduce, and that's what's going to be our thickened gravy at the end. So I seared the shrimp on both sides. Note that I seared the shrimp for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. You don't want to go too long because I said at the end you're going to add some good chicken stock, and then you're going to reduce until it's a gravy. So if you go finish the shrimp now, by the time you get finished, it's going to be rubber band. So go ahead and sear it for about 1.5 minutes, and then flip it. And then after you flip it, go ahead and add your chicken stock. If you need help on making chicken stock, I'll link my chicken stock video down below. Or you can just get some chicken stock from the stove. Make sure it's no sodium though, because you want to control your own salt levels. And we're at this point now, we're just going to let it reduce. So I added in 1/2 cup of chicken stock, and now I'm letting it reduce down, and I'm going to go ahead and add my ham back in there. Like I said, we're going to braise it all together, and on high heat it's going to reduce very quickly, and you're going to also see your sauce begin to thicken up. But you don't want the sauce to be too thick or the gravy to be too thick, because you want to be able to kind of pour it on those grits, and it's going to kind of give you that liquid that the grits need to keep them loose. So but at the end of the day, you control how you want it. You can go and reduce it till it's like nothing, or you could just reduce it how I'm reducing it. So you see that gravy is beginning to thicken up because of the flour that's on that shrimp. And now we at the perfect part. And you see how my gravy look? It's good gravy. And as I said, it's going to thicken up some more too. So I'm at the point where I think these guys are ready. My shrimp is perfectly cooked. I taste for seasoning. The seasoning is on point. So only thing we got left to do is go ahead and plate it up. So get you a good white canvas, plate of your choice, whatever you want to use, and then go on with some grits. And these grits are perfect. You can add more cheese to them, but you know, the little cheese I added with the salt and the flavor of the grits is incredible. And that's why you should use real grits, because the flavor is not like none other. If you're using instant grits, try you some real grits and you'll see the difference. And I guarantee you probably won't go back to instant grits again. But once we get our grits on, we're gonna go ahead with our shrimp. And since I use large shrimp, I went with 4 shrimp onto this plate here. But you could do 3, you could do 2, pretty much up to you. And you go on with your shrimp, then you go on with your ham, and then you're gonna go ahead with some little gravy. Look at that gravy. That gravy is so delicious. I'm telling you, these are the real deal shrimp and grits. Shout out to Charleston, man, that whole coast. Oh my goodness. So then you see me went on with the 4th shrimp and some more ham. And there you have it, man. This dish was inspired by the show High on the Hog on Netflix. Also, Sean Brock, one of the most incredible Charleston chefs or South Carolina chefs out there. But these shrimp and grits are so incredible, man. I'm telling you. If you ever get a chance to go back to your roots, man, go back to your roots and check it out. Like I said, if you were African American in the United States, it's probably a 80% chance that your family came in through the South Carolina ports, and your family is the ones that came in with the rice seed and the okra seed and some corn seeds. So, you know, a lot of these crops that we are familiar with now originated from Africa, and we brought them over on our voyage, and they still here. So it's a symbol of hope for us where we came from. And also it's just great to go back and see, you know, your roots. So there you have it, man. The most incredible shrimp and grits. Like I said, Charleston style. Shout out to my Geechee and Gullah people out there. I'm really loving the culture, and I'm really diving deep. If you got any Gullah recipes or Geechee recipes you'd like me to try, link them down below. But like I said, man, thank you guys for checking this video out. Like, comment, share, subscribe, man. The most incredible shrimp and grits from Charleston. Geechee Gullah shrimp and grits, man, with that wonderful gravy. I'm out.